There's less than a week left in the January transfer window and Premier League clubs are still looking to get deals over the line. According to sports finance experts, Deloitte, Premier League clubs have already broken the record for transfer spending during the January window with a £440 million spree. But there's still time for further business as managers look to strengthen their squads ahead of the second half of the season. We've taken a look at an area where every Premier League club needs to improve and then identified a player they should target. Arsenal, Youri Tielemans. The fact that Arsenal is currently 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League tells you that they have a strong starting 11. But they need cover for Granit Xhaka and should target Tielemans as the Leicester midfielder has just 6 months left on his contract and could be available in a cut-price deal. He would replace fellow Belgium international Albert Sambi Lokonga, who has failed to make an impact in North London and needs a loan move. Aston Villa, Marcus Thuram. After selling Danny Ings to West Ham, Villa signed Johan Durand from Chicago Fire, but they still need a proven goalscorer to partner Ollie Watkins. Thuram has netted 13 goals in 17 appearances for Borussia Mönchengladbach in 2022/23, but they may look to cash in this month as his contract expires at the end of the season. Bournemouth, Nat Phillips. Gary O'Neill's side has been very busy in January, signing Dango Ouattara before lining up deals for Nicholas Jackson and Matthias Vina. But they still need an upgrade on Jack Stevens at centre-back and should make a bid for Liverpool's Nat Phillips, who spent the second half of last season on loan at the Vitality Stadium. Brentford, Alban Lafont. Goalkeeper David Raya has just 18 months left on his Brentford contract and has been linked with Tottenham, Chelsea, and Manchester United. Thomas Frank needs to plan for the worst-case scenario, and they've been linked with Lafont, who has been earning rave reviews at League One side Nantes. Brighton, Iliman Ndiaye. While Adam Lallana has undoubtedly been a good signing for Brighton, he's registered just 2 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League this season. Ndiaye would give Brighton much more of a goal threat from the number 10 position, as he's got 10 goals and 8 assists for Sheffield United in 2022-23. Chelsea, Moises Caicedo. With N'Golo Kante struggling with injury problems and uncertainty over Jorginho's future, Chelsea is in the market for a new midfielder. Caicedo has already worked under Graham Potter and would be a big upgrade on Chelsea's current options, although Brighton is reportedly demanding a fee in the region of £80 million. Crystal Palace, Conor Gallagher. Gallagher enjoyed a brilliant season on loan at Palace in 2021-22, scoring 8 Premier League goals and winning their Player of the Year award. Fellow midfielder Will Hughes has struggled to fill the void left by Gallagher's departure, and Palace should look to bring the Chelsea Academy graduate back to Selhurst Park. Everton, Christian Pulisic. Everton has missed out on Arnaut Danjuma and looks set to sell Anthony Gordon, so they need to sign a new winger before the end of the January transfer window. The Toffees have been linked with Manchester United's Anthony Elanga but should make an ambitious move for Pulisic, who has fallen down the pecking order at Chelsea. Fulham, Houssam Aouar. While Harrison Reed has been in good form this season, Fulham arguably needs another midfielder if they are going to challenge for the European places. The Cottagers were linked with Aouar in the summer, and Lyon is reportedly willing to sell him before his contract expires in the summer. Leeds United, Rafael Guerreiro. Left-back has been a problem position for Leeds in recent seasons, and Pascal Struij, who usually plays at centre-back, has had to fill in throughout 2022-23. They are reportedly keeping tabs on Guerreiro, and a deal for the Borussia Dortmund defender would represent a massive coup for Jesse Marsch's side. Leicester City, Azzedine Ounahi. Napoli's Mendy and Tielemans are both out of contract at the end of the season, so Leicester should plan for the future and bring in a new midfielder. Ounahi, who shot to prominence with his performances for Morocco at the World Cup, would be a brilliant signing for the Foxes, but they face competition from Napoli. Liverpool, Sofiane Amrabat. It's no secret that Liverpool is in the market for a midfielder, and Fabinho has looked like a shadow of his former self so far this season. While Jude Bellingham is their top target for the summer, the Reds need more than one signing, and Fiorentina's Amrabat would provide them with some energy and tenacity in midfield. Manchester City, Borna Sosa. The city has outstanding squad depth across the pitch, but the one arguable weak spot remains at left back, as Joao Cancelo hasn't been at his best in 2022 out of 23 and Sergio Gomez is yet to start a Premier League game. They should look to sign a natural left back like Sosa, who impressed for Croatia at the World Cup and has registered 8 assists in 13 games for a struggling Stuttgart side in 2022-23. Manchester United, Jeremy Frimpong. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was criticised for his role in United's 3-2 defeat against Arsenal and could still leave Old Trafford before the end of the month. Erik ten Hag reportedly wants to sign a more attack-minded right-back, and Frimpong has registered 8 direct goal contributions for Bayer Leverkusen in 2022-23. Newcastle United, Edson Alvarez. Newcastle is reportedly looking for a new defensive midfielder as they look to give Bruno Guimaraes more license to get forward. Ajax's Alvarez fits the bill perfectly, as the Mexico international is an efficient ball winner and would be a big upgrade on Sean Longstaff. Nottingham Forest, Michael Keane. Having shipped in 35 goals, Forest has the joint second worst defense in the Premier League in 2022-23, and they need an upgrade on their current options at centre-back. Keane boasts plenty of Premier League experience but has fallen out of favour at Everton this season and could be available for around £10 million in January. Southampton, Ben Brereton Diaz. The Saints are at the bottom of the table as they lack a proven goalscorer, and Adam Armstrong has just 1 goal in 19 Premier League games in 2022-23. In comparison, Diaz has 9 championship goals for Blackburn and could now be available at a cut-price deal as his contract expires at the end of the season. Tottenham, Pedro Porro. Tottenham desperately needs a new right wing-back, as Matt Doherty and Emerson Royal have both failed to impress consistently, while Jed Spence is yet to start a Premier League game. Antonio Conte's side is looking to address the issue and is currently in talks with Sporting Lisbon over Porro, who has registered 11 assists in all competitions in 2022-23. West Ham, Harry Maguire. After selling Craig Dawson to the Wolves, West Ham is in the market for a new centre-back, and they've reportedly inquired about Maguire. The 29-year-old has fallen down the pecking order at Manchester United but delivered a timely reminder of his abilities at the World Cup, and Ten Hag might be willing to cash in if they get a good offer. Wolves, Max Aarons. With Johnny and Nelson Semedo both enduring poor seasons, the Wolves need to address the right-back position before the end of the January window. Aarons, who has previously been linked with Barcelona and Bayern Munich, continues to impress at Norwich City and would be a very shrewd signing for Wolves. Thanks so much for watching. I'm truly grateful to be able to share value with you. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.